Okay, here we go with some quick notes for your Wednesday. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over all of the even problems from last night's homework. I had a few kids email me and they had problems with especially some of the 11 through 15. Great, that's okay. We didn't really touch on it in our notes yesterday, so that just kind of lets us know where we're at. A couple things. One, this assignment you should have taken a picture of and put online. Okay, so if you didn't do that, make sure you get a picture and you show your work. So for example, so we go through this here. Make sure I'm on my picture. Okay, good. So x plus 2 equals -6. First thing I'm going to do is subtract 2. I have to show that work. Okay. Some of you did not do that. You would just show me that x equals -8. And I wouldn't see this step. I would only see this step. If I only see this step, remember, in our syllabus, no work equals no credit. Since I'm not seeing you guys face to face, I have to know that you guys know this. And you're not just using some cheating app at home or having someone else do it for you. You're not just figuring out a way to write the answers without really understanding the process behind it. So next one here, I have -4 plus x is -16. So when I add 4 to both sides, I never do this, but if it helps you to put your fence down, your wall, whatever you need to call it, go right ahead. Also, if it helps you, cancel. X equals -12. Getting on to our 2 steps. We always add or subtract first. I'll review our steps from yesterday's notes in a second here. When we get down to the last couple. Add 8 to both sides. 3x equals -24. Divide by 3. X equals -8. I always check my signs, or try to. I tend to drop signs as I do problems and mix my signs up when I rush through things. So make sure I added both times. -32 plus 8 is -24. 1 negative divided by a positive should still be negative. Okay, as we get to these ones here, get a little bit bigger numbers. Use your calculator where you have to. So when I subtract 8 here, -58, if you need to use your calculator, go ahead. You can use the one on your phone. You can get like a $5 or a $10 one from Meyer. Okay, so if I'm at -58 and I take 8 away, now when I simplify, and now I have my -6x, that cancels. Do that if it helps you. You can see above I didn't do it there, but -58, and I'm going to take 8 more away. Now I'm at -66. When I divide, I have 2 negatives. They become a positive. X equals 11. Pretty basic one here. Subtract 2. 3x equals 24. Divide by 3. X equals 8. Now, I'm sorry, that one wasn't even on there, but. So again, I subtracted my 2, simplified, divided by 3, x equals 8. This is where I had a lot of people email me or comment on the assignment. I always want you to try it. Take your best guess. So if you didn't know how to do number 12, instead of just leaving it blank or doing, I don't know, you could Google something like the following. 2-step T equations with, what do we have here? We have a variable on both sides. So you could have Googled that if you had a hard time. You could get on YouTube or Khan Academy. Okay, but if we go back to don't call me after midnight. Okay, we gotta distribute. Don't have to worry about distributing. There's no distributing. Combine like terms. And this one here, we don't have any like terms to combine yet, but we have to move our variables. Kind of running out of room here. Variable, there's neither. I move my variable. So I do have to get my variables to the same side. Which way I go, it doesn't matter. I could subtract 5x from both sides. I could subtract 4x from both sides. I subtract 5x from both sides. And I simplify. 3 is going to equal negative 1x. Now how do I get rid of a negative? I divide by a negative. So if I divide both sides by negative, x equals negative 3. That'd be a good one that maybe you want to go back and check, especially if you have your calculator. So I could do my calculator, I could do 3 plus, and then in parentheses I put 5 times negative 3. Okay. And that side's negative 12, so if I'm going up here and I check this, this side was negative 12. And then I better have negative 12 over here, because what we're trying to do when we solve these equations, we want to find a number that works for the variable and makes the equation true. Okay? My answer that I had was negative 3. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Does negative 12 equals negative 12? Well, yeah. So that checks. I know number 12 is right now. Okay? And my last one here, number 14. I'll get my x's to the same side. Here's what I would be looking at. I like working with positive numbers. Okay? Is there a way I can do that? Yeah, there are a couple ways. I'm gonna move my x over here and that keeps my x's positive. Or I could move my numbers over here. That would make my numbers positive. So you have to find a consistent way that works for you. For me, I want to move my x, because that's in our, right here, our move our variables. Okay. So I added that x. So we add 4x plus 1, negative 47. And now I just quickly solve 4x negative 48 divided by 4. I ran out of room, so x equals negative 12. Okay, and you should try to upload these in a Go format. I'll talk about that in the other video as well. So that is all.